Dispensary. You ain't eating right now, baby? Hmm? Oh, yeah, I know you supposed to.
I just won $70,000 for my car crash from this app on my phone.
You ain't supposed to. It's ready. Mm-hmm.
Everybody know me. It's the M-O-K-E-Y. Yeah, you know that monkey. With that nigga bull, Tiger Hood. You gon' see me smoking, rolling, choking on that good smoke. Eyes like Chinese.
Every time you see me.
All I want is the two zone. Got me moving like a turtle. Don't even smoke, but he can't do that. From 5 on him, say he got it from the Spencer. Baby, runs the T-Mac. Got me buzz like V-Pack. Give me nitro, that's a jet food.
There's a jet food pack. I'm smoking on the broccoli. I be looking gas face.
Cherries and loud, I can make me plant my own shit and grow my own forest. Like the dispensary, going off the top shelf that I got from the dispensary.
I'm smoking on the Cali. Man, you know what, man? Sometimes it's good to come home and just smoke you a good one and watch you some goddamn me YouTube. You understand me? Let's go.
Down in Texas, you know what it is, man. See the niggas down here, man. Shout out to the worldwide Texas and the worldwide Cowboys. But hey, yeah. I ain't never been a sucker for love, heart colder than an icebox. Riding under the city lights with the top down, gas in my swisher. Sauce walking back in my swisher. Turn up, about to do my dope. Hit the drink now, about to pull up a boat. Lord knows I'm an outlaw. We don't talk to police. We don't trip on no hoes. We stick to the G code. Yeah, we stick to the G code. I'ma hit you with that iron. I swear I don't play no games. And I swing the lane. Smoking Mary Jane on the airplane. Getting my eye to the sky like a rocket. Please don't knock me. Mama, don't let your baby grow up to be a cowboy in these streets. No. Mama, please don't let your boy grow up to be a cowboy in these streets. In these streets, yeah. In these streets. 500 horses with the candy cane. This is a Ferrari, push button crane. Scream my whole name. Parking lot pimping in the whole day. I'm lit. 2 pills got a nigga blitz. Organic tumble. Smoking good. At the sun go down, on the side of town. My youngest regulating, stacking paper, and it was cowboy boots, and I said alligator, acre shakers, money maker, plus a bad bitch heartbreaker. Take it to the pot of roast and bend her over. Outlaws lifestyle, being wild, since a child. Mama, don't let your son grow up to be cowboy. To be cowboy. I say, mama, don't let your son grow up to be a cowboy. Be a cowboy. Yeah. I've been out the campaign wagon, Vincent, hitting with the red flag in it. Bring the boy team, long sleeve Wrangler, with horses in my over the streets. Yeah, they poppin' willies. Cash with a nest. 84 still tipping, cowboy swag with a little bit of pippin'. Core 45 with the extended clip with it.
Doctor online for my bad, y'all. Start medication-assisted treatment backed by science. What it do? What she say? What it do, Ty? I just posted you. My bad. Let's go.
Well, our monitors take us to 10 Downing Street in London, where Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met one-on-one with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer today. There was a handshake, there was a hug, there was a photo opportunity. This is, of course, ahead of this virtual meeting, or after the virtual meeting that President Donald Trump had with these two and other European leaders, and ahead of the meeting that is going to happen tomorrow in Alaska between President Trump and Vladimir Putin. The leader of Ukraine says that Mr. Putin is just bluffing Mr. Trump. This also comes as leaders around the country brace for that high-stakes one-on-one meeting between Trump and Putin that is set to go down in Anchorage, Alaska. So a lot to talk about here. Let's bring in somebody we're honored to have, a member of the Ukrainian parliament, Inna Sosin. She joins us live from Kyiv, where the consequences are high right now. I want to talk about this. You recently posted on X this. Let's show our viewers. As much as I don't like gambling, if we do not hold talks, or if talks take place without Ukraine at the table, then we'll surely have a losing hand, and millions of people, you say, will pay the price. So let's talk about the people that you reference. How does Ukraine not having a seat at the table affect everyday people like those you represent?
Well, of course, everybody is very much concerned about negotiations taking place without Ukraine.
Man, they gonna do what the fuck they want to do it. Oh, you know what the fuck I pressed on this fuck, man. Let me go somewhere else, man. 'Cause I don't see. We can talk about that all we want to. Ooh, but this is what I want to know, right?
Obviously, learning and transitioning. But what was it like having personal stuff public, such as relationships and stuff like that? How hard was that back then? Because again, if there's some bullshit out there, you just kind of have to go with it because there's no real filter or, opportunity for you to speak your piece. So,
salute to all the smoke. This all the smoke, you know, I don't be fucking with, but salute to all the smoke. This is how David Justice ended up marrying and divorcing Halle Berry right here.
I didn't really have any really real personal stuff until, Halle and I got together, you see. And of course, that was a lot of focus because back in them times, I can't think other than Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe. I can't think of anybody before that was us.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I can't think of no one. And then Halle coming up young and being hot and just trying to make her career, and then you got me. And, it really wasn't a lot of negative attention until I decided to leave her in 1996. I remember Halle saying to me, hey, if she asked me to marry her after knowing me for 5 months, I said, okay, because I couldn't say no.
I mean, yeah, who's going to say no at that time?
And I said, okay, but I don't know if my heart was really into it.
Right.
But I just...
Now, this nigga at his prime, they Halle Berry at her prime. They like in their 20s. They young. This David Justice, who all don't know who David Justice is. David Justice was a big-time baseball player for Atlanta Braves back in the Gap. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 90s. This in the 90s. They're like maybe 9'5", 9'6". Halle Berry, like, just really... Like, I'm trying to think what movie she would have been in that would have put her right on right there. But she was in her bag, not at her prime, but almost at her prime, like before she hit her ceiling type shit. Like she on the way, she Halle Berry on her way to making her buzz. That was she Halle Berry on her way.
I didn't want to make her feel bad and say no in the moment, you know, or like I was just in the moment. He caught me off guard. But I was like, cool, we get along, we vibing. You get,
What
you
up,
know,
Hurricane?
5 months in, you know, we still in the honeymoon state. But we spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country.
Man, get to the point, man. But I know how it go. It go
But we
like
spent a lot of time apart because she was doing movies in this country, that country. We probably could have made it if I knew about therapy. If we knew about therapy, we probably could have made it. We never had any major issues like that. It's just that I, because I was young and had only been in, honestly, one real relationship before her, my knowledge and my understanding, my wisdom around relationships just wasn't vast. I'm looking at my mom, and I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife at that time should cook, clean, you know, and then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, you know, is this the woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? And at that time, as a young guy, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we started having issues. We never had any issues about other women, other men. I mean, like, I was never tripping when, well, I was tripping one time when she. Oh, no, I got one time I was tripping. At one time, because I didn't understand it. When we were out to lunch in LA. Now, my mouth was just daddy, man. I ain't even in LA scene like that. And she see an actor that she worked with one time, and he came in, hey, kissed him on the lips. Oh. What?
yeah, I heard it.
What are we doing?
I heard it.
European or American? I'm
Hey,
confused.
American,
What is going on here?
Oh, so I know this is going to be a conversation.
Yeah,
So get home and I asked about that. Oh, that's what we do in LA.
I just heard it. Not just today. I just heard it for the first time today. Yeah, he went out. So I'm gonna drop my version because it's some more shit I need to put on it. Just as far as putting bearded sampling bearded on there, and for the introduction part, and then so he can bring you in, and then Casito came in right after you, which is cool. But I can put his tag at the end, and then I can come in after that. So I'm gonna figure. That's what I'm figuring out. Like I said, it's a way that I try to map the music out to make it sound good. I don't just want to rush it. If you see, I kind of take my time because I want our shit to sound right. You know what I'm saying? I'm big on sound and with how shit sound because I don't give a fuck. No matter how much we putting it on BandLab, you can still make that shit sound professional if you just take your time with it. I mean, it's cool when however you do it, because like I say, you got good quality, you got good sound. I just ain't worked my way up to be that fast yet, but I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. Plus two, I done started working, so you know what I'm saying. I don't have as much time on my hands. I would have been had that motherfucker done on the cool. You know what I'm saying? On the cool, I would have been had that bitch done. But I told him for sure tomorrow when I'm off, because hopefully I'm off for the weekend. Hopefully, I don't know, bro. Because last week we worked 6 days a week, bro. I'm damn near not going to work tomorrow. I swear to God. I mean, not tomorrow, but on Saturday. Yeah, man, I'm just on this bitch. I'm finna see what they talking about right here, though.
What would you do with free rent for a year? What would you create if nothing stood in your way? We believe your home should be hassle-free, full of potential and opportunity, a blank canvas. Less fixing, more dreaming. Because when the pressure's off, you're...
Before social media was massive.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, though, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you, Hurricane. I'm gonna tell you the God honest truth, bro. I was finna really trash that beat, bro. I wasn't fucking with that beat at first. Then I'm like, nah, sometimes I gotta let other people give it a chance just because I don't mean another motherfucker can't. Now, y'all done jumped on that bitch and gave me inspiration. I'm like, damn. So that when I heard you get on that bit, I'm like, yeah, I gotta put a little bit more, put a little more instrument on that bit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, cause I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie, 'cause it was like too plain to me. But then that bitch too plain just right. You know what I'm saying? I can't always say don't rush perfection. Nah, I ain't gonna never rush perfection. Let me see what this boy talking about right here.
So we would all get our news from like
Say that to my
select
boy,
places, our news, our media, our tabloid stuff.
XEVI. I don't know how you say that nigga name.
Huge. And because only select few media outlets dominated the circuit, there was no like counters to what they were saying. Like we had to basically take what these news media outlets said as law. And the thing is, most of it would be negative because that was a headline. All that to say, when I started making videos, when I started doing research on celebrities, doing research on stories, it shocked me how different the actual story was to the story we usually got from news outlets. Like mind blowing. The big one, the biggest shock to me in terms of story was Michael Jackson. Now, as many of you may know, Michael Jackson was alleged to have been inappropriate with, right? And growing up, I never quite believed it. And I felt like I was the only person, aside from my sister, who didn't really believe it.
This was the majority of Black people.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. But going to school, at least from my experience, you would hear folks saying, Michael Jackson did this, Michael Jackson did that. News media, the main story is, Michael Jackson was inappropriate, Michael Jackson did this, Michael Jackson did that. But again, I didn't quite believe it as a kid because, the media, tabloids, all that. I was always a little skeptical, but I had no idea how right I was as a kid because I do a story recently about Michael Jackson and the allegations. And I'm deep dive researching into this, and Menda, oh my God, this is shocking. Okay, it turns out it was considered a media circus. Okay, because the media's portrayal of the events were drastically different from what actually happened.
Even in movies and TV shows, they make jokes about it.
Yeah, so it's just what people in the cultural space think. And even to this day, videos I see about Michael Jackson that will pop up on my timeline is not, you see a comment saying, okay, but Michael Jackson did this, Michael Jackson. You see a lot of comments. I'm like, wow, people still believe that to this day because people don't know what happened. And we're going to get into what happened in a second.
Yeah, it was just common, especially I think in at that young age, like even like Eminem, like his music videos, poking fun at it.
Yeah.
So it just became normal.
Yeah, so it's just a normal thought like people had. Whether people believed it, whether people didn't believe it, it was just a thing that was in the space. Michael Jackson did this, okay?
Man, that nigga Michael was so motherfucking cold. That nigga Eminem said something about that nigga in the song. That nigga Michael Jackson went and bought that nigga song and owned the rights to that bitch. Say, man, all this Mike was broke, man. Say, man, Michael Jackson, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Michael Jackson case is more spookier than the Tupac, Biggie, the motherfucking, who else than that? Prince, all that shit. Them deaths right there, that shit be crazy, be spooky, because it be about other shit more than what they make the shit look like. Bro, how can a murder be more than other than a murder? Like, why I gotta be more? You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying like Tupac. Okay, like as soon as he got killed, we know it wasn't what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, why it wasn't what it was, but we just knew kind of it wasn't what it was. And from day one, we were thinking Pac wasn't dead, this, that, and the third. He was still alive and all this other shit and whoop to whoop. And to this day, kind of still believe the nigga might be alive. I don't know. Shit, we ain't never confirmed he was dead. Yeah. So at the end of the day, So, and then when it come down to Michael Jackson, it was all spooky. Yeah, it supposed to be from drug overdose, but then again, come on, that shit don't even seem right because, like, my nigga, I don't give a fuck what they say. Man, that man wasn't taking no motherfucking anesthesia. That's what y'all gave to kill that nigga, man. That might be what y'all gave to take that man out, bro. Man, ain't nobody taking no goddamn anesthesia. Man, ain't nobody that much. How, bro? They got good over-the-counter medication they can give you, bro. Cause like, if at the end of the day, Michael Jackson would be, if anything, in pain, then needing sleep. I would think. If he needed sleep, it's because he was scared to sleep. And why was he scared to sleep? Because y'all were trying to take him out. I'm just saying, I don't know. So we're going to let them talk about it. I'm just asking.
But the actual reality is a very quick trial. They said, okay, Michael Jackson didn't do it. Moving on.
It was a criminal trial, right?
No. I believe
the first one.
Okay, so there was a few trials. Okay, and we're going to get into that in a second. But first trial that happened was from a family called the Chandler family. Okay, now to keep things brief, 3 members of the family: dad, mom, son. Okay, Michael Jackson is going to rent a car. He happens to meet this Chandler family. He strikes up a bond with the son. The dad says, yo, Michael Jackson talking to my son, all that, that's a little weird. Okay, fine.
Oh, I thought you said
If you think your child may have autism, it's important to act quickly. At Action Behavior Centers, we want to reduce barriers to diagnostic support for pediatricians and families. We offer ADOS-2 assessments for children ages 18 months through 6 years. With
my son, all that, that's a little weird. Okay, fine. Sure. If he thinks it's weird, absolutely fair. Okay. Now, out of nowhere, Dad Chandler says, Michael Jackson is being inappropriate towards my son. I'm suing Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson says, okay, bring it on. I didn't do anything at all. Now, the son then comes out and says, my dad is right. My dad is correct. Michael Jackson was wilding. Now, for this trial specifically, I'm not going to get too into it because I want to get to the second trial. But for this trial specifically, there was no evidence of Michael Jackson doing any wrongdoing. The FBI looks into it and they didn't find anything. And as we're going to see when we start getting into the second trial, the Chandler family, the family involved in this, really seemed regretful of bringing up this trial towards Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson pays the Chandler family $23 million.
Jesus Christ.
$23 million.
And before he say anything, I'm gonna tell you, Michael Jackson just paid that money so them because they know he, bro. Let me tell you something. Michael Jackson knew what was going on, bro. And that's what I'm telling everybody, bro. You gotta understand, it's hard fighting the powers that be when the power is powerful than you to a certain extent. They money don't stop. Our money go to a certain limit. Michael Jackson only had so much money and so many resources and so many people he could trust to help fight him, bro. Like, he was a force by himself, but he ain't, like I say, these niggas ain't solid, bro. These niggas not solid. These niggas not stand up. These niggas not real men around other men protecting, bro. You gotta protect. I keep saying, man, this nigga said something, man. What that man said, man. What that nigga said, man. Never try to please a world that killed a excellent man, which was God, which was Jesus. Some said how he said that. Never. But anyway, bro, like, Michael Jackson, it's hard to fight these folks when we ain't all together as a unit, bro. We can fight them as a unit. It ain't about the money because our money gonna stretch just as long as theirs is because we got the money. We are the most dominant. We are the leading buyers in clothes and all this shit, shoes and this, that, and the third. Our race and all this shit. So at the end of the day, we put our money together and we can make this shit happen. But man, you niggas ain't gonna act right.
$1 billion, right? And he did this because he had a tour coming up. And his team comes up to him and says, look, Michael, you're rich. Pay the settlement. Do not get into this whole long legal battle. It's the longer it goes, the worse you're looking. You're going to lose more money in the long run. In fact, they had to cancel his tour. And that's hundreds of millions, you know. So they're like, you might as well just pay the family. We make money by doing another tour. Michael says, all right, fine. He says he regrets this decision to not fight the case.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know we was in there like it. Shout out to my girl Phoenix Fireside, my secretary in the building. My longtime secretary is in the building. Salute Beardy. We got Beardy. We got Peso in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? In this bitch, in this whole, yeah, man. I got this thing, man. They talk the truth about Michael Jackson from my boy. Hey, I be watching this nigga, man. Let me show y'all this nigga, man. This that nigga, he be on TikTok sometimes too, bro. This nigga be on TikTok sometimes, bro. This nigga right here, man.
Because moving on to the second trial. The second trial was brought up by the Arvizo family. Now, this trial was the popular one. This is the trial that was all over the news outlets, going wild, going crazy, right? And it started because the Arvizo family, we're going to call it Mom and Son Arvizo to keep it simple. Okay? Mom Arvizo says, hey, my son has cancer. And what he really wants to do is meet Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is all about the kids. So Michael Jackson says, yeah, absolutely. I would love to meet your son. Chris Tucker goes over to Michael Jackson before Michael Jackson meets the Arvizo family. Chris Tucker says, yo, this family, really shifty, really shady. They said they wanted to meet me before. I didn't like how they were moving. So Michael Jackson says, okay, gotcha. Chris Tucker, fun fact, Michael Jackson were very, very close friends. So Michael Jackson, very suspicious of the family, but they pull up and they seem really nice, really chill. They hang out with Michael. Everybody has a super good time.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having to go to court.
With Michael.
So off the real, Chris Tucker pulled the nigga to the side. Hey man, these niggas shaded. They own some Mike. Watch him. So Mike own him. Mike own him. Everything good, but some shit gonna hit the fan though. Watch him. Watch.
Everybody has a super good time. Enter this dude named Martin. He's a film creator. He says, Michael, I want to make a little documentary about you, hanging out at your crib, like what it's like and all that. Michael says, for sure, come through. Martin goes over and he starts asking Michael about kids. He says, Michael, you really love kids, all that. Michael says, yeah, I love kids. Like, they sleep in my room. Like, they be chilling, having a great time. Martin says, they sleep in your room? Michael says, yeah. They come through, sleep in my room. Like, no big deal. That's where the documentary cuts off. Michael then says right after that, but it's no big deal. Like, I be sleeping on the floor. I have adults there. Like, it's nothing like too crazy. Martin cuts that part out of the documentary. Releases the documentary. Michael saying, yeah, I sleep with the kids. Like, I be sleeping and they be sharing rooms with me. It's a great time. Right? So everyone around the world started going, yo, what's up with Michael? He had an allegation. In the 90s, he paid $23 million to those folks. Now he's still sleeping in the same room with kids. What's going on with Michael? So people start getting a little sus of Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson does an interview saying, yo, no. He took that out of context. The video creator took that out of context. Like, I be sleeping in the same room with them, but like, we just be hanging out. Like, they be in the bed. Like, I be sleeping on the floor. All good. People said, nah, Michael, you weird. Okay. But the interesting thing is, before the Arvizo family decided to attack, they were in the documentary. And they were singing Michael's praises. They said, yo, Michael's a great dude. He's actually really, really nice. So it seemed like, let's go back a little bit. It seemed like the Arvizo family wanted to hang out with Michael for shady reasons. See if they can get cash from him, saying the kid had cancer, all that. They hang out with Michael. See that he's actually a pretty chill dude. They just go home. The documentary comes out, and our Arvizo family jumps in to defend him. They say, no. Michael Jackson, really chill dude, really chill guy. The police go over to the Arvizo family. They say, are you sure he's really chill? Because people are really sussing Michael. We're looking into it and all that. Arvizo family said, we was there at his crib. He was really chill. Y'all better leave him alone. The police said, the last family who sued him got $23 million. Arvizo family said, okay, so Michael Jackson did this, that, and the third. Lock him up. The Arvizo family flips instantly. Now, this trial was a criminal trial by the police. They needed the Arvizo family's help. So basically it goes, okay, police say Arvizo family, you guys give us the details, you guys testify in trial that Michael Jackson did this, that, and the third. We lock Michael Jackson up, and that's going to make it easier for you to sue Michael Jackson.
You could have maybe look at your right now.
Son of a job. Woo, Lord, they trying to make that cash. Son Arvizo comes out and says, yo, Michael Jackson did this, that, and the third. Michael Jackson said, oh, word? This time we going to trial for real. Michael Jackson said he completely regrets paying the settlement. For the first trial, he said never again. Second trial, yeah, you're going to have to prove that. But the police were on his ass. The police were on Michael Jackson's ass because how the media was portraying it so far. Okay, Michael Jackson, he had these first allegations, now these second allegations coming out. The police are like, okay, we need a conviction. The public wants a conviction. We need a conviction. FBI does their own research on the side. They say, okay, Michael Jackson, it really seemed like he's not doing anything. It really seemed like they're trying to get money from him. The police look at the FBI. They said, no, chill. We got this. We got this one. Now, real quick, let's go back to the first trial real quick. The Chandler family, okay? After they won their lawsuit, the police came over to the Chandler family. They said, okay, now we want to open a criminal trial against Michael Jackson. You guys got a settlement for your civil trial for suing Michael Jackson. The police said, now we want to do a criminal trial. The Chandler family said, boy, leave us alone. Michael Jackson actually pretty chill. We're not helping y'all out. They got their money. They dipped. They are in Dubai. They left. But separately, because the son Chandler, emancipates himself from the family. People speculate that since the dad probably forced him to say what he said about Michael, he emancipates himself from the family. He like, I don't want nothing to do with y'all. We'll talk about Dad Chandler and Mom Chandler in a second. But jumping back to the second trial, to the Arvizo family. You keeping up so far? Linda, make sense? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I just hate the story. So I'm like, oh God, really. So the police bring Michael Jackson in, and the media is going crazy. Michael Jackson arrested for this, and that. Michael Jackson arrested, inappropriate, this, that. It is blowing up. But then the trial actually starts, and the police have no evidence. They pretty much only have the Arvizo family. So they say, okay, Arvizos, y'all gotta make this look real good. They say, we got you, right? Y'all want to make it work? We got you, right? The mom goes up.
Wake up fully charged. And power up with 760 horsepower.
Right? Y'all want to make it work? We got you, right? The mom goes up. She says, look, let me keep it simple for y'all. Michael Jackson kept us in his house and he didn't let us leave for months. And remember, kids, if you're going to tell a big lie,
you gotta be ready for it.
You might want to have all your facts straight, okay? Maybe keep your lies really soft. My sister taught me that a long time ago growing up. If you're going to lie, keep them small with a little bit of truth. Keep them small with a little bit of truth, okay? She said, Michael Jackson kept me and my family in the crib for months. Michael Jackson's lawyer said, okay, this is an easy one. They said, so you said months from about January to August? She said, that sounds about right, yeah. They said, okay, so it says here in July, you went to the store. February, you got your car fixed. March, you got your nails done. When were you in the house? She said, let me see that transcript. I said, that's right here. Here's the receipts and all that. She said, what did you not have? She said, okay. Nah, ain't no.
But some of y'all still to this day sit here, some of you niggas still sit today and call that man a child molester, all that shit. I never believe that shit, bro. I never believe that shit. Even as a young nigga, I don't see that on him, bro. I never did. Yeah, the nigga weird and shit, and the nigga talk like a little bitch, but Michael Jackson gonna fight, my nigga. Like his story, like, I don't know how true it is. They say him and Tupac got into a squabble. I don't know how true it is, but that's what they say. You know what I'm saying? Here. They got pictures of Michael Jackson with the Crips, nigga, at the end of the goddamn day. I don't put nothing past Mike. I don't put nothing past Mike, man.
Wait, I was shocked reading this. I had to triple check this. I said, ain't no way. They caught her in a straight up lie. No recourse, nothing to say. She just said, oh, well, damn. Fair enough. That's fair. Y'all got me on that one. Y'all got me on that one, right? And I said, okay, hold on. Let me just keep going in. You know, they must have some sort of details here. There must be some leg of truth, because I'm thinking how the media is covering this. This must be debatable. This conversation must be debatable. Like, they go over to the Sun Arvizo. They said, Michael Jackson did all those things. He said, yes. Michael Jackson did.
I think it's like that old bitch.
When my mom said I was at the crib, they said, son, we're asking you. He said, he was basically looking at his mom for answers, all that. His story was very, very, very inconsistent throughout the trial. He kept screwing up what sounded like a story that was given to him. But we'll put that to the side again for now. Let's go back again.
I know the mom was irritated.
No, she was pissed. I bet she was pissed. Let's go back again to the first family, the Chandler family, because they wanted to bring them in for this second trial. The son said, I'm not testifying against Michael Jackson. They said, we need you to do it by force. He fled the country. He said, I'm gone. Y'all not going to make me testify, right? The dad said, no, I got my cash, I'm good. The mom pulls up. They thought they had a star witness. The prosecution said, okay, cool. They got the money from Michael. She about to snitch him out. The prosecution brings her up. They sit her down. They said, did all them things to your son, the Chandler son.
Man, this for fair use. I don't know how this shit work. But if you flag the nigga name right there, I can't think. I don't know how to say the nigga name. That's his channel right there, man. Y'all want to check him out. Channel right there, man. Go back to the store. That nigga ugly in a bitch.
Right? She said no. Shocked the courtroom. She said no.
But Mike ain't in no motherfucking Paris.
I don't think he did. I think he was just chilling. I don't think he did all that. Can I go? He should step. Oh, yes. Certainly. Celebrities pull up. Chris Tucker says that story I said in the beginning. He said, yeah, I went to Michael Jackson. I told him, do not mess with the Arvizo family. They seemed like they was trying to extort me for cash. Jay Leno pulls up. He says, yeah, they were saying the same thing to me as well.
What?
George Lopez pulls up. You know, he's a comedian. He says, boy, how long has that kid had cancer? Dang. He said they done said they had cancer. Can I get some money over and over and over again? The Arvizo family, their friends pull up, snitch him out. Matter of fact, it's her coworkers, the Mama Arvizo coworkers. They pull up.
Why this shit has not been put out there? Why has they left Mike name tarnished behind this shit, bro? This is the shit I'm talking about. This is the protection I'm saying. This is what we supposed to be doing. We supposed to be untarnishing a nigga name, especially when he did. Don't wait till he died, though, to make his name right. But still, at the end of the day, make his name right. This is what we supposed to be doing, my nigga. But these niggas stupid. Oh, excuse me, man. But yeah, man, like, Mike, like, I'm gonna tell you something, like, in Grand Rising, Mike would have been the biggest financial supporter of that shit. Like, Mike ain't on no spook ass shit. Man, Mike, I'm gonna tell you something. Mike dance too much like a nigga. Like you can tell when a nigga gay when they dance. I mean, a yag when they dancing, bro. I gotta start practicing saying yag. You gotta understand. You gotta understand when a yag dancing, they be too feminine. Like, they be too much into it. Like, Mike was a dancer, but he was like he wasn't just too feminine with it. Like, he got to move like a man gonna have a little stiffness in him. Like, a man know how to move, but still with the flow. Like Chris Brown, you can tell Chris Brown ain't gay. He ain't just yes with it. Like, yeah, nigga, hitting that bitch, bam, bam, giving it to you. Like, that's how Mike, that nigga, bam, bam, give it to you. Like, he ain't with the gay dance. I don't know how to explain. I'm gonna have to show y'all an example I'm talking about somewhere. Yeah, salute. What's up for show? We got for show in the building. What for show with? Oh, my boy, what it do? On that bitch on the bootleg restream. Let's go. Oh, see what I'm saying? On a bootleg restream. Mr. Hold Yourself Together.
Said, yeah, she just snitched herself out. We was on the water cooler chilling. She said, yeah, man, I be telling all these celebrities my son got cancer. And he does have cancer. Oh, yeah, that's close. Turns out he does have cancer, but his cancer treatments are paid for completely by insurance. Now, this is what she said. She said her son had cancer and they're paid for by insurance, but she's scamming people. But I do believe he did have cancer, but it was in remission and he's chilling. Now, regardless, celebrities didn't know it was in remission, didn't know it was paid for. So it's pretty much a scam. Now, all this to say, it's pretty cut and dry that the family seems to be extorting Michael Jackson, right? Well, that's the same thing the jury thought. They walked in, they walked out. They said, not guilty. Media says, facts. Media says, they said not guilty. Well, guilty in the word not guilty. So what if we just, they spun it. They said, yo, Michael Jackson, we're not going to say he guilty, not guilty, but we just going to say that trial was pretty crazy, huh? Michael Jackson, y'all might want to still watch out for him. They did not cover the fact at all. They did not say what happened during the trial because that would have, made it look like Michael Jackson's innocent. And
Reach Street. Might as well because I'm using it. Reach Street. Might as well because I'm using this.
They did not say what happened during the trial because that would have, made it look like Michael Jackson's innocent and the story's gone.
That doesn't sell papers.
That don't sell papers. Yeah, the story's gone. They needed to milk this for as much as possible. And this seemed to shock Michael Jackson. He seemed like a dude who actually just wanted to see the good in the world. That's what I think personally. Doing all this research, for the story, I thought, anybody, all I needed to hear personally was somebody sit in front of a camera and say, yeah, I sleep in the same room as kids. I just needed to hear that. Because I feel like somebody who can openly say that, to a documentary, to a camera, and is okay with the world hearing that, thinks that the world will understand what he understands, right? Macaulay Culkin said it himself. Macaulay Culkin and Michael Jackson were close. Macaulay Culkin himself, during an interview, it was with, what's his name? What's that dude who be having that raspy voice? And he older. He looked old for years. He looked old for decades. Matter of fact, he had glasses. Oh, Larry King.
Yeah, Larry King. I was giving the same Larry King.
All right, let's just move on before we get sidetracked. Larry King is interviewing Macaulay Culkin. He says, you and Michael was close ever since you was a kid. Macaulay, was Michael ever inappropriate? Macaulay says, boy, if you don't, I hate that question. Larry King said, chill, little bro, chill. Macaulay Culkin says he gets asked that question so often. He says, look, Michael Jackson was super chill, really cool dude, just gave him advice. They hung out. He said Michael Jackson was basically a child at heart. He was very innocent. And he said, too innocent for the world, it seems.
Yeah.
Because he said, innocent to a point of, I might be adding this word to naivety. It's innocent to a point of thinking that you can say certain things, but
bro, I'm finna show y'all this Will I Am interview about Michael Jackson. This shit funny as hell though, but now it was, the thing about it was, bro, and let me tell you something, this is why I hate, as I got older, so, soon as Michael Jackson died, bro, it's and that's when I really started getting into YouTube when Michael Jackson died, back then, because at the end of the day, y'all gotta understand, and I'm gonna take y'all to the place where Conrad Murray was from. Like, bro, and I got witnesses to this, bro. We used to see black trucks, like security, like this look like some important ass people park. If anybody know what Orlando's is a well known. Just type it up, OLANO, Orlando. That's the name of the store in Acres Home. But right there is the clinic where Conrad Murray and his daddy, well, I think his stepdad, I forgot who Mr. Cause that's the nigga that did our physicals when we was in middle school to play football. His dad, you know what I'm saying, that first time nigga ever had a nigga look at his nuts and all that shit. That back in them day, I don't know if they still do it like that, but they used to had to cough, nigga hold your nuts and all that type of shit. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but that was right there. This nigga from off of West Montgomery. Like, how you find a nigga off of West Montgomery, Michael Jackson? Like, so it's another documentary where it was 3 security guards that worked for that nigga, like, at a time. So as soon as this Is It tour was coming, bro, them folks started moving people around out of Michael Jackson, like putting they people in place, bro. You know what I'm saying? For the okie doke, like, man, this Michael Jackson shit deep, you know what I'm saying? For real. And the cold part about it was, though, Michael Jackson had the industry by their nuts. And then, you know, well, he had Sony by their nuts. He fucked over Sony so well, like, he wasn't naive. He was very smart. See, that's why I tell you niggas, bro, and that's why I don't like niggas today, because we too ready to give away the secrets, bro. We can't let the enemy know what we doing. So the nigga asked Paul McCartney, somebody like him and Paul McCartney was cool, bro. Like, the nigga, like, I forgot if that nigga asked Paul McCartney how much the Beatles cost or how much was something or something, dog. And Paul McCartney told nigga Mike Jackson went and bought that bitch, nigga. Bro, Michael Jackson is the only nigga that whole album was #1. Like, each single, each song on that Thriller album, all 8 songs was #1. He was tied for #1 with all 8 of his songs on one album. We not even talking about first, second, third place. Nigga, we talking about we all trying to be #1. Fuck the nigga #2. Nigga, I got 8 songs fighting for #1, nigga. It is #1. I got 8 songs #1. Put it like that. I got 8 songs #1, nigga. Not just #1, but diamond. Man, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Michael Jackson still to this day is my all-time motherfucking man. Yeah, that's why I did Billie Jean, man. That's what, man. That's my nigga, bro. Like, Michael Jackson was different, bro. That nigga was like beyond real, for real, like for real, for real. I'm just saying, like, this man had niggas like falling out, bro. People, grown ass men and women everywhere, bro. Like, they ain't even nowhere near this nigga. These niggas way in the back falling out, man. They packing these folks out by the hundreds, man. All the nigga did, bro, all the nigga did was walk on stage, man. Everybody fainted, bro. This how cold this nigga was. I don't know. Nigga, AKA, bro, Billie Jean so motherfucking bad. Ain't no way in here you can sit there and listen to that song and don't move. You gonna have to dance. Like, you gonna do something. Nigga, you gonna do something. You can't just listen to Billie Jean and not move. That's how cold that nigga was, man. Let's go, man.
The real world is going to, demolish you for saying that, okay? So, yeah, anybody, again, who goes over to a documentary and says that openly, I feel like it's just, like, a dude who really thinks the world is going to take him at face value.
Yeah, I'm hearing his music too. He can be very innocent. There's a song where he's literally, Peter Pan was one of his favorite characters.
Oh, this is cool though.
Yeah,
this
so
cool
he just didn't want to ever grow up. Because did he have a childhood? No, he didn't.
Oh, I see. That's very interesting. Well,
yeah, he didn't. Will I Am talks about Michael Jackson. Yeah, this shit here is funny, bro.
But he said Michael Jackson and Prince, right? We did that already.
Oh, no, he never picked.
He never picked.
He just said what Prince said about analog and digital.
Shout out to Drake Shells, man. My nigga Nori and ELB, man.
I work with Mike. I brought Mike to go see me.
Man, shout out to Drake Shells, my nigga Nori and ELB. I've been rocking with them for a minute, bro. I'm talking about for a minute. To see some epic interviews on this bitch, nigga, and some epic lies on this bitch. Like, I seen that motherfucking I just want to tell this quick story, man. That's why, but Jada Kiss and Fat Joe a real one, because I think they really got they connection from Dream Champs, because Fat Joe is Dream Champs' first ever interview ever back in the Gap. Back when they were down there, I think in New York or however they were doing that shit, but back in the Gap, nigga. And then, like, Jada Kiss started popping up a lot. Like, I seen that. Like, that P. Diddy episode is really an old Dream Child, though, but that bitch iconic, though. That motherfucker. Why you don't party with me, fam? But say, let me just listen to this here, though, man. Why you don't party with me, fam?
With Prince in Vegas.
You brought Mike. Yeah. You brought Mike to see you.
You just said, wait, what? So one time,
I don't think anybody ever said that.
He's like,
Mike called you.
He's in Vegas. He's like, I heard you guys have a show tonight. I'm like, yeah, we got a show going on 10. Oh, rats, I'm gonna be sick. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, rats.
I'm like,
he said, oh, rats?
Swear to you. I'm like, yeah, but if you come later, like in the middle of the show, if I don't see the show from the beginning, there's no way for me to know what's actually going on. I was like, okay, so why don't you come? I'll be rocking with Prince like around 12:30. Oh, I can't go to that. I'm like, why? Prince is a meanie.
What?
I'm like, meanie? He's a meanie. I'm like, no. He's really nice, Mike. I was like, no, you don't understand. One time
you gotta talk to
I'm like, no, he's really nice, man. I'm like, no, you don't understand, Will. One time he tried to run me and my mama over with a car.
Oh, damn.
I'm like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, I'm telling you, they always put me against him. I'm like, listen, it's different now. Why don't you just, he'll be really happy to see you. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call Ruth. I'm like, yo, Ruth, Mike wants to come see Prince tonight at the Rio. Okay, who's Ruth?
Yeah,
Ruth was Mike. Ruth was Prince's right hand.
Okay.
Who used to coordinate all of his, like, scheduling and meetings and shows and after parties. So she was like, okay, we can put Mike in a section. I'm like, cool, great. I think he's coming with like 5 people. Everything I'm saying, if you see Chris Tucker, you see CeeLo, they'll vouch for you on this.
CeeLo Green.
Yeah. Okay, good. So,
do you see Chris Tucker is in every mix every time? Man, Mike and Chris Tucker was really close, dog. I swear that was like one of them, right? But yeah, you gotta know to know. Oh, hold on, my bad.
I'm like, Mike, everything's straight. They're going to put you in a section. It's going to be awesome. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, trust, Mike, it's going to be awesome. So I'm late. Everything I'm saying is true. I'm late. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm about to be late. It's 12:30. Mike's supposed to be waiting for me there. I go on at 12:15. 45. Excuse me, cab. Like, how long is it gonna take to get there? He's like, 15 cab? Yeah, I'm on a cab. You in a cab? Yeah.
The story is just awesome.
You take cabs?
No Uber, no.
They don't Uber in 2000. It was 2000 and freaking, what year was that?
But you didn't have a car service for this?
It was 2007.
You're the biggest on the planet.
No, 2007, no, not yet.
Yeah, no Uber then.
2007 we was kind of there. Not there.
And you already talking to Mike on the show. You wild for that. I know you kind of there. You there.
No, because we ain't got to I Got a Feeling yet. So in reality, now that we know what we know, in 2007 we wasn't that big.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, stop the car. I'm running. So I get out the car and I run. Somebody's like, Wyclef. I'm like, about to go back to prison. Mike's there. Like, Wyclef ain't here, nigga. So then, run to the thing. It's like, you gotta go on now. Gives me the mic. I'm like, yo, Mike. So he's like, okay, I'll be watching you. And at this time, I've already been working with Mike from 2005, 2006, and he came to see me rap with Prince 2007. I go on stage, I do my shit, freestyle, da-da-da-da-da. I come off stage, I go sit where Prince has Mike situated. And I sit, it's me here, Chris Tucker here, Ruth, Michael Jackson's manager's here, and then Mike there.
Okay.
So Mike whispers in Ruth's ear. Ruth then talks to me and says, Mike wants to know, why didn't you acknowledge Mike while you were on stage? I'm like, what? Hey, Mike, hey, tell him that this is
Nah, that nigga nicknamed that nigga Christmas. That nigga was calling that nigga Christmas. That nigga, Michael Jackson was telling the captain, I'm gonna put on that shit. Say, that nigga was calling that nigga Christmas, man.
on stage, and I can't disrespect Prince on Prince's stage. So it's no disrespect. It's just that's not my stage. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Sorry. So then he's like, oh, no, it's okay. Whispers in Prince's ear, and Ruth's ear. Ruth then talks to me. Mike wants to know how come Prince hasn't acknowledged him on stage. I'm like, oh.
Why is she asking you that?
So I'm like, oh, Mike. So Ruth then talks to me. Michael Jackson's manager's here, and then Mike's there.
Okay.
So Mike whispers in I'll be watching you. And at this time, I've already been working with Mike from 2005, 2006, and he came to see me rap with Prince 2007. I go on stage, I do my shit, freestyle, da-da-da-da-da. I come off stage, I go sit where Prince has Mike situated. And I sit, it's me here, Chris Tucker here, Ruth, Michael Jackson's manager's here, and then Mike there.
Okay.
So Mike whispers in Ruth's ear. Ruth then talks to me and says, Mike wants to know, why didn't you acknowledge Mike while you were on stage? I'm like, what? Hey, Mike, hey, tell him that this isn't my stage, and I can't disrespect Prince on Prince's stage. So it's no disrespect. It's just that's not my stage. I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. Sorry. So then he's like, oh, no, it's okay. Whispers in Prince's ear and Ruth's ear. Ruth then talks to me. Mike wants to know how come Prince hasn't acknowledged him on stage. I'm like, oh.
Why is she asking you that?
So I'm like, Mike.
Like Bloods and Crips, huh?
I'm like, yo, Mike. So Prince is still on stage while this is all happening. He's playing. I'm like, oh, no. I think because he has you in the VIP section,
right,
he's not trying to blow your cover.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
He's not trying to blow your cover. It ain't nothing like that. Like, oh, man. He's like, oh, no, it's okay. And so as that conversation dies down, Prince then comes in front of us, walks through the crowd.
After his performance.
No, while he's performing. Plays the bass, aims the bass in Mike's face, and then like, niggas like, and Mike's like, shit, right? This dude like flicks his hair, walks off. It's like, okay. So then 5 minutes later, he's like, I gotta go. Meet me at my house for breakfast. And so I'm like, all right. So he leaves for breakfast. He leaves to his house. I'm like, what time? He's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, all right, cool. So he leaves. I go to his house for breakfast, knock on the door. Because we working now. I bring my laptop, bring everything, my hard drives. We gonna work tomorrow. So I go knock on his door, click, click, click. As soon as I open up the door, he's like, why did Prince play the bass in my face? I was like, oh no, I just think he was just trying to respect. No, you don't get it. He's a meanie. He's a meanie. One time, like I told you, he tried to run me and my mama over with a car. And so, pause. Fast forward, Quincy Jones calls me. He's like, hey, Will.I.Am, man. Where's my song, man? I've been waiting for that song for a long time, Will.I.Am. I got this new record coming out, man. I need that song, Will.I.Am. I'm like, oh, Quincy, I just been traveling, preparing for this new Black Eyed Peas record and working with Mike at the same time. He's like, listen, you wasting your time with Mike. Ain't nothing ever going to come out.
No,
I was like, no, I don't think you understand. Mike came with me to see Prince perform. You did what? I'm like, yeah, he came to see me perform.
Man, let me tell you something, man. Michael Jackson did songs with a lot of motherfuckers. That nigga not gonna drop that shit. Mike only drop his shit. Like, I think only this shit that he made, like he produced, he drops. Like, bro, this nigga collaborate. I don't know. I gotta check into this shit. I'm gonna do some research on that. Bro, I think Mike, though, this nigga did songs with Jay-Z, all type of niggas, dog. But he done a lot of background singing, like, on that, I always feel like somebody watching me. This and that song, that nigga background song. I think it was one of them, Brownstone. He had a group called Brownstone. Go look up Brownstone. He had a female group called Brownstone. I wonder where them hoes at. Where them Brownstone hoes at? Man, where they at? They gotta come out the woodwork. Nigga, Tasha all out the woodwork. Man, I did not know that was Tasha from Bone Thugs and Homies singing Mary, 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 Mary. I did not know that. On Scarface song, Scarface said this shit. Let's go though. He's a meanie. He's a meanie.
Prince. He's like, well, if you got Mike to come see you perform with Prince, man, I think you moving something. One time, Prince tried to run that nigga over with a car. I'm like, are you serious? That's what Mike said. He's like, he ain't lying. I need you to do me a favor, Will.I.Am. Go on YouTube, type in Prince, Michael Jackson, James Brown.
And I'm gonna do that. This shit is funny, bro.
Prince thought Michael Jackson sabotaged him because while Prince came on stage, he held on to this light pole and then thought that light pole was a sabotage, and he fell into the crowd and almost hurt himself. So Prince thought that was a move from Mike, and you could see Michael on because James Brown was like, ladies and gentlemen, we got somebody in the house. Michael, get up on stage, Michael. Come on, Michael. And Mike gets up on stage, does a little thing, does a little freaking dance, and then Michael, if you see this video, then goes whispers in James Brown's ear, and you know.
No, I'm gonna play that right now, dog. I'm gonna play that. Michael Jackson, James Brown, and Prince on stage.
Here's your iPhone 13 on us.
About time we switched.
Total's got you, Diego. Hey, good luck tonight.
Total Wireless is in your corner with unlimited 5G data starting at $25 per month. Hey fam, it is on tonight.
Let's give another standing ovation for a young man sitting behind you. You have no idea who's an audience. Michael Jackson, no Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Then do a little freaky there.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. You gotta go over and say something. You gotta go over and say something. Michael Jackson, come on. Come on and say something. You gotta go over and say something.
This when Michael Jackson was just about to be white. This before he was transitioning into white. Oh, that was bad motherfucker, man. That's the first nose that he bought. Man, it was nobody fucking with Mike, man. Say, man. Wasn't nobody fucking with Mike. But this nigga, Mike finna do some shit that's, okay, so y'all really don't know about this beef about Mike. Man, what we gonna get into this shit, man? Might as well. Fuck it. Roll you up one. Let me get into this shit. Watch this whole ass nigga Prince, man. Why Mike didn't go fuck with him, man? That's what I'm saying. Mike been beefing with the nigga on the school. Yeah, bitch, I can get freaky with the guitar, bitch. You get freaky with your feet, bitch. I'm gonna get freaky with the guitar, nigga. This history right here, man. Chris gonna get his dick through the guitar, man. That nigga don't give a damn. He gonna get a mold. See, like I tell you, he gonna get butt naked. He got Chris fucked up. He couldn't fuck with the hoes, man. I say, man, these niggas different back in the 80s, man. You know, put it out there on courtesy of back news. Ooh, let it go to fucking sit there. Oh, and what the fuck is that there? Oh, what the fuck is that Nah, he probably gonna confuse the blues back then. bro. I done watched some documentaries, bro. Man, I watched some documentaries, bro. Man, this shit, man, I be watching some shit about these motherfuckers and singers and shit when they be on the road and shit, bro. Like, bro, what I finna show next? Damn. Oh, I want to see it. We finna get into it. Michael Jackson and Prince. Oh, yeah, we finna go get him. Michael Jackson.
Didn't hear that. Tap Mike.
Michael Jackson and Prince beef. Oh, we finna get up in there. What they beefing for? What happened?
You can't have a conversation about music in the 80s without bringing up both Michael Jackson and Prince. In terms of pop, the two practically define the era and irrevocably alter the course of modern music. But with such dominant forces comes a bit of friction. There was definitely a bit of a there can only be one dynamic between the two. The two icons paralleled each other throughout their respective careers. Prince debuted with For You in
See, let me tell you something though. It's no okay. So pop music is anything popular at that moment. Like rap music can be pop music if it's popular at that moment. That's why they give Drake a pop artist type label. I think they try to get a nigga pop artist, but it's just because he was popular. You know what I'm saying? Like Prince was more rock and roll to me. If anything, he like put rock and roll and funk together. But he made steam. Like, I don't know. Like, he was different. Like, he was rock because he fucked with the guitar, but then he was still funk with, like, it was different, bro. And then Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson, man. I don't even know what type of music. That nigga, he was R&B, really. I give Michael Jackson R&B because he gonna sing to them hoes. Like, he gonna sing every song he down there had dealt with a bitch. Damn near in some type of way. Until he started making like not like black or white, but mostly every song that nigga made had something new about a bitch, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now that I think about it.
1978. Jackson debuted as a solo act the following year with Off the Wall. Prince released 1999, in which Jackson countered with Thriller, therefore provoking Purple Rain and so on and so on. This back and forth, however, was not limited to the charts. As you will soon find out, it got petty, and at one point, downright deadly. Here's the full details on Michael Jackson and Prince's legendary rivalry. In most articles comparing the artists, they were depicted as polar opposites. Jackson was the innocent man-child to Prince's rebel. Jackson was the mainstream commercial juggernaut, while Prince was the alternative avant-garde challenger. Jackson was magic and wonder. Prince was sex and transgression. As the New York Times noted in 1984, if Mr. Jackson's message is all you need is love, Prince's amounts to all you need is sex. But for two artists who were so individual and iconic irrespective of each other, it is uncanny how much the two artists had in common. Both were born the same year, just months apart. Both artists came out of tough Midwest cities with strict disciplinarians as fathers. Both believed in musical fusion and surrounded themselves with racially diverse collaborators. Both played liberally with notions of race, gender, and sexuality, idolizing the likes of Sly Stone, Stevie Wonder, and James Brown. It is fitting then that their first known interaction was during a James Brown New Year's Eve concert in 1983. At this time, Jackson's career was shattering records and had reached groundbreaking new heights after the release of Thriller. While Prince's breakthrough album 1999 was receiving widespread acclaim from critics, and the two were often compared and pitted against each other in the press, Michael Jackson was invited on stage where he sang and dazzled the audience with his dance moves. After Jackson's crowd-thrilling performance, he then leaned into Brown's ear and dared him to invite Prince up to try follow-up. Prince accepted the chance to impress his idol, but was not ready to perform at his best. He came on stage, attempted to play a malfunctioning guitar, and then was going to swing over the crowd on a lamppost. But he didn't realize it was only a prop, and the lamppost with Prince on it crashed into the crowd. MJ mocked him tirelessly, and according to Quincy Jones after the show, Prince was so devastated that he got humiliated in front of James Brown that he tried to run over Michael backstage. To add insult to injury, mere months later, Prince and Jackson competed for the same accolades at the Grammys. where Prince left empty-handed and sat back to watch Jackson collect a record haul of 8 Grammys, stoking his desire to reach equal heights, to be similarly recognized for his work. Later that year, Jackson observed the musical and cinematic phenomenon of Purple Rain, which quickly became Prince's most critically and commercially successful release, spending 24 consecutive weeks atop the Billboard music charts. In 1985, Prince's Purple Rain beats Michael Jackson's Thriller at the American Music Awards for Favorite Pop Rock Album. Later that night, a horde of A-list musicians recorded the famous We Are the World charity single, which Jackson oversaw with Lionel Richie and Quincy Jones. Prince and Jackson are supposed to have a verse that they sing to each other. The two had met for lunch as organized by Jones, but Prince is a no-show. Later that night, Prince is spotted at a Hollywood club against his manager's advisement. In the book Let's Go Crazy, Prince and the Making of Purple Rain, the singer's backing guitarist, Wendy Malvoin, says, "I wasn't allowed to say the real reason, because he thinks he's a badass and he wanted to look cool, and he felt like the song for We Are the World was horrible." The following year, Quincy Jones attempted to get the two stars to make amends through a musical collaboration. Jackson had written a song named Bad, and the producer sees it as a potential duet with Prince. What an epic showdown that would have been. Picture it now. The vocals, the instrumentality, the faux masculinity from knife fight dance choreography. Prince was supposedly on board until realizing it would require him to sing the lyric, "Your butt is mine," to Jackson. "Don't worry, this record will be a big hit, even if I'm not on it," Prince said at the time. It is later revealed that Prince gifted him with a box of voodoo artifacts, and Jackson was convinced that Prince was trying to cast a spell on him. Jackson allegedly stated around this time that he doesn't like to be compared to Prince, calling him rude and nasty. "It's not fair, he feels like I'm his opponent. I hope he changes because, boy, he's gonna get hurt. He's the type that might commit suicide or something." As their 80s glory faded and the 90s rolled on, both artists dealt with the aftermath of multiple personal blows. Jackson's child molestation accusations and Prince's heated dispute with his record label. There were multiple times when Jackson reached out to Prince about a potential collaboration. "I think it would be just great," Jackson reportedly told Prince over the phone, although a joint effort never materialized. In late 2006, will.i.am arranges for Jackson to attend a show during Prince's Las Vegas residency. Prince knows where Jackson will be seated, and in a strangely sexually charged moment of dominance akin to that found in nature, Prince emerged into the crowd, swung his hips, and slapped the bass hard in Michael's face. This was something that probably could have been written off as showmanship if it weren't for the fact it was so damn deliberate and so damn public, as though it was some kind of payback for the humiliation he was subjected to in front of his idol James Brown 20-some years before. MJ was quite upset by the gesture, according to will.i.am, and is quoted to have said the following over breakfast the next day. "Why do you think Prince was playing bass in my face? Prince has always been a meanie. He's just a big meanie. He's always been not nice to me." The following year, Jackson was already willing to forgive Prince with an invitation to join him on a planned comeback tour, in which Prince was quick to turn down. Michael seemed pretty disappointed about it, a source reported. Although after Jackson's death in 2009, Prince seemed to have gained a new perspective on his torturous relationship with Jackson. As reflected in a 2010 Ebony interview, Prince spoke about how he and Jackson discussed the difficulties of balancing religion and fame, and that he wishes he'd spoken to Jackson about the struggles before he died. When astronomical talents such as Michael Jackson and Prince exist in the same time and space, it's easy for comparisons to be drawn. Both parties work tirelessly to strike out as individuals, only to be lumped into a single existence by others without a second thought. And on their end, it's even easier to feel frustrated with sad comparisons. As part of their legacy, the only hope is that both artists are recognized for their individual talent